So today I'm going to be teaching you how to build. I build in this kind of medieval type of style. So if that's not the type of video you're looking for, I'm sorry. So please continue watching. Let's begin. Okay, so I want to go over a couple of things. Okay, first thing I'm going to go over is your palette. Your palette is important in building because you want to stick with a palette because you don't want to just add random blocks without knowing if they go together or not. So for an example of this, the one I'm going to be using, this is my palette. So for the foundation, I'm going to be using these reddish blocks, bricks, and granite. For the support, like the support beams, I'm going to be using a log. For walls, I'm going to be using stripped oak and oak planks. And for roof, I'm going to be using spruce blocks. Okay, so the thing is, these are your palette, but you can also use any of the combination. So you could use the stairs, use that, because they go together. They have the same texture, kind of, go together. That one goes there. They match. So you just want to stick with the palette. Okay, so I discovered that. Let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so the next thing I want to go over is grid. Grid is basically a helpful little thing you can do to make it show your roofs align, make so everything aligns and doesn't mess up. Basically, you want to make a square, a cube. The cube can be any size you like. I like doing 5x5 cubes. So this grid is basically your building block when you're building a house. You place a cube next to each other, a cube next to each other, just like this. This is like what's inside the house. So these are the grid you're gonna build with, and basically in the inside is what you have left to build. You don't have much because of that. But in my example, I'm using this right here as pillars, so this will actually be decreased more. This will be the filler blocks inside, the way I'm doing it. So you won't actually get enough room to actually put stuff in. So the way I build is more for detail, like more detail. So I like doing this, so that it's more buildable. It's more cosmetic than anything else. Basically, yeah. So when you're using the build, just remember yourself how much room you're gonna have inside. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so the next thing I want to go over is texture. Texture is like on the walls and everything, and kind of makes it look nice. So with texture, you basically just grab some blocks, make it a little bit random, like that. Add a little bit more eye candy, you would call it. So do that example. You could also rotate it. I guess you can't really rotate it with this one, so if I need to get a strip log. With these ones, you could also do that if you like. Get like that. That's what's special. That's why it's so good about stripped old logs, I should say, is that you could do that. And once again, come here, grab, and okay, guys. Now that I showed you what to do with textures, now I'm going to show you examples of what not to do. Okay, see these? Like why? This is too light for that. It's too dark. These kind of go together, but not quite. No. Same here. None of these go together. Dark, colorfulish, gray. Like no. Why? Then saying none of these match. Like none of, even if you did this, none of them match. So just do not add blocks that don't go together. Basically, colors that match the same color are fine. Like this, they kind of match. This is an exception because it's stone. But here, no, just don't. Okay, so next I want to go over detail. Detail comes in different ways, like walls, like this. I like to add buttons, just simple. Add a little bit of depth to the wall, like that. Just simple. Detail like that. Or there's like this kind of, this is really supposed to be like a ledge or like a dock or something hanging off a cliff. That's what I usually use it for. So if it's like made of stone, like if you build on top of a mountain, there's like stone, you put it down like there. Different texture like andesite, little bit of detail, like that. Then with stairs, I just did that, like different ways you can move the stairs around. You can on a different, like I could have done it like this, could make it differently. I could have did it like this if I get a slab. I've done it like that. Just basically different designs, different materials, good detail. Okay, you see how I put these here? Okay, this, you see this? This doesn't go well with that. Different textures. So if you put it like on here, and these ones don't go good together. So you can hide that by doing this little detail. You can add, it adds depth to it off, and which is hanging off, literally lets that pass by because it's not really in the same spot. And also makes that blend with that. So it's a good way of hiding. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do roofs. But with windows, same thing like you did there. Got fence, veil, glass. I usually just use this with black because I like cosmetic, don't really care about the inside. Then add that for detail. Once again, I use that to hide because those ones is kind of different rotation, so hide that. Those don't go together, hide. Yeah. Okay, now I'll show you how to build a roof. I'm just gonna do this real short. Roofs can be made in plenty of different ways. You could do it like this. Oh, where is that? You know, like detail like that. Or you could just simply go with this. One style roof, or you could add height to it. Like that. Or like that. Different ways. You can use like any material for roofs as long as it goes together. I usually just use roofs because it would. But I like to do this. You don't really get, you do this, you still see that. I don't like that, so I usually just do this. This can go like that, or that. Then there's like a rounded one. Or if I want to go higher, I can go like this, and that. Different ways of doing it. Okay, so now I think I showed you all the little bit of understanding that you need to know. I went with palette, grid technique, texture, detail, then roofs. I can tell you more as I start building. I'm just going to stop building now. I'll go through the process of me building it. Let's jump into it. Did the first technique that I brought right here is grid connect technique, and I brought it into here. So you see how everything kind of snaps together in that kind of square grid. It kind of like makes a plan for me to keep in my head. Actually, I'm just gonna raise this up one. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is do the roofs. I want to do the roofs because then I can know which is like branched off area. So there's like different type of roofs. I'll show you each one that I used in this build. Let me just go do that. Okay, so I added the roofs to the build. You see how this is like I showed you before. It goes up like that and that. I also didn't show you this, but if you like make a line, run into a block like that, then add it, then keep on doing it. So extend it like that, into the block like that, and it goes up like that. These, I did the round things. In the middle like here, I added a block, slab, just went up like that all the way up. In the middle of the block, in the indent, I just added another row of the roof into it to make depth. Okay, so next I'm gonna go work on the walls, like the inside walls, and the stone. Then after I'll do the details. I'll get back to you. Okay, so I added the textures to it. I added that, basically did the textures. I stone at the bottom, like that. So there it is. So I'm still working on it. I still need to add more detail. That's what I'm going to work on next. So I'm just showing you how the textures in play. The texture, 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 texture there, all throughout the building. And now I'm going to go work on detail. I'll be back. Okay, so I went in and added the detail. I added these little indents, the buttons for detail. I added these little cliff things so I hold the roof kind of more, make it look like. Added these to block that. I need to kill all these hostiles. So grab anything. Okay, so then I went down here, put slabs down, put buttons as rocks, put leaves, flowers, buttons more, bone meal around for grass. Did the same over there. Went around the whole thing, did it. Add the path. Add buttons for like rocks on here. Added tree, planted tree, planted tree. That's basically it. And then I went ahead and did what I showed you before, but I did double. That's basically it. That's all I have to show you how to build. Okay guys, I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, can you please subscribe and please leave a like, it'll really help. And also I just wanted to say, if you want to join my server, just join the Patreon. This is a server for Patreon members, so it's my Patreon server. So I hope this video helped you. Have a good day. Bye.